Simon Hare's biggest contributor to his re-election campaign was Larry Osborne of Manor Development. Now, aside from using that to research whether manor development was appropriate for here, how would you avoid the mistakes of your research that you did in vetting them, fully vetting them for this project, since that didn't turn out so well? How would you avoid those errors?
How would I avoid the errors? Which errors in particular are you referring to?
Which errors?
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, which errors? I mean, which errors just boggles the mind?
Okay, let me try to explain. Or
if I could just jump, if we're going to get into this kind of, we're not getting the question.
I asked the question, I'm just not going to get an answer. I know.
Well, it seems like a rhetorical question to me.
Yeah, that's what it is.
You must have some specific information that you're basing your question on.
They haven't paid anything. They were supposed to pay in January. Well, they didn't pay in February. They didn't pay in March.
How is that an error in vetting?
Because it looks like the process that you went through to see whether or not they were reliable to come here to the airport and do these things hasn't turned out because they haven't. Aren't they in breach of contract?
Yes.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, next question. Next question. No, I have a next question. Thank you. So, I think it was the next day after the commissioners voted on this, and by the way, Simon Hare never tried to recuse himself from that vote, even though Manor Development was one of his biggest contributors. The next day, I think it was.
Could you stick to the question? You know, you're framing everything he's saying.
Please don't interrupt him.
Just stick to the question.
Will I be allowed to ask a question without being interrupted?
Go ahead.
Thank you. So, I think it was the next day that you, Larry Graves, came to the commissioners after they had said that this was not going to cost the county anything, and said that your staff, because they were going to be working so hard on manor development, needed a raise. Now, so one of the questions is, what have they been doing since that never happened? And two, are you going to be, as a fiscal conservative, insisting that that money all be turned back?
Well, you have stated a factual error.
Okay.
I never said that any of my staff needed a raise.
Just on tape, but okay.
Okay, well, I believe that if you go back and review your own tape, you will discover that you are wrong.
I did just before coming here.
Okay?
Thank you.
I never said that any of the staff needed a raise. What I said was that we needed more man hours to operate the airports at the same rate.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I stand entirely corrected. You wanted them to get more money, but not necessarily a raise. I see the distinction there.
I wanted them to. These airports.
Thank you, Commissioner.
These airports need to have more staff operating than we currently have.
Larry, and then we'll go on to the next question.